Has the American system of law enforcement seen its reputation destroyed? Folks, for most of the history of this country, most Americans who were not a part of persecuted minorities actually were willing to give the police the benefit of the doubt. They put the police on a pedestal. They were against the bad guys. And there was a presumption that police were doing the right thing. And if somebody got hurt in the process, it wasn't the policeman. It's typically a man's fault. That has historically been the attitudes of mainstream Americans who, again, are not a part of racial minority groups. Different situation there. What's happened recently with the advent of cell phone video is police departments are setting about systematically destroying their reputation. The most recent example from just a couple of days ago, this officer out in Texas ordering young black teenagers around like dogs, asking them to get on the ground, throwing a young woman in a bikini, didn't seem like she was hiding any guns, on the ground, sticking his knee in her. It just seemed as though the police officers viewed these young black citizens as animals. And you can't get away with that in the modern era of video, when the whole world can see it. When it's he said, or he said, she said, and the he said is the police officer, and the she or he said is someone who perhaps has a criminal record or looks suspicious, then the police can win that debate. But it's no longer about what the police said. It's what actually shows up right here on a cell phone and then on every TV and computer in the world. Now, historically, police officers have used this goodwill for political support. They've used it to get increases in salary, benefits, disability, early retirement, pensions that most people would dream of, because they had so much political support across the spectrum. Republicans like to support anything police officers want because, yay, we're in favor of law enforcement. Democrats would support the police because they didn't want to seem weak on crime, and police officers were government workers, and Democrats like government. So it was a nice long stretch where police and their unions and their representatives basically had carte blanche with the American people and their political representatives. That's about to end, folks. At some point, police officers are going to have to go through training and say everything you say and do is going to be scrutinized by the whole world. If you're shouting curse words and obscenities at people, acting like they're animals, pulling guns on unarmed people, sticking your knee in children wearing bathing suits, you're going to absolutely destroy any goodwill you have.